All right, all right. We're here. We're back with the smart guy here on the favorite streets. Like I was saying to you earlier, good to have you back on the side of these streets in this soulful place of New York City.
Oh man, good to be here, man. Good to be here, man. Great to be here, man. Great to be here.
Facts, facts. Great things I hear coming along the pipeline. Got new seminar. We still got new music coming. You got a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of
Oh,
new a lot of new
okay.
stuff happening.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Working around the clock. So we got the music, we got the boxing. This is one of the songs I'm about to drop. Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. Playing now. Yeah, hey, get you the exclusive. Phones on the things on wrist on chili. Clothes on top of the clothes on top of the yeah. Bringing no shit up, finding no genius. Live as a bitch, but I make the whole eat. Focus on money, but still you trees. It ain't running name up, but they do when they see me. Focus, you talking, you know we outside. Ready to die. Make me cry. Won't see me win, but I still got to go. I still got to go. Look, nigga, no shit up, finding no genius. Live as a bitch, but I make the whole eat me. Focus on money, but still you trees. It ain't running name up, but they think when they see me. Focus, you talking, you know we outside. Ready to die. Make me cry. Won't see me win, but I still got to go. I still got to go. I ain't trying to talk. Look at that pay. Put on the floor.
Out the gate, new music. That's what I'm talking about.
Look at that pay. Put on the floor. So many niggas out of the city. Stacking my penny, they turn to the rich. Fucking you talking that shit on the Philly. Watch out for demons, they friendly. Finally, your paper, they feel your energy. Won't give them no energy. I'm more like a skinny me. Eat my weight. You know that stomach, you know that skinny. Mama got high, my daddy got close. Step on the fingers, they know what it goes. When you go low, they doing the most. You know you lit. They give me a dick. Soon as you lit, it back in death. Say shit. Go. Like trying to talk. That play. Put on the floor. Yeah. Go. Like trying to talk. Hey. Get my
When that dropping?
that was in prison. Southport cooked it. Made in my vision. The coke and the way and bitches just got a new car in the city. Ain't in a minute. People take money in my soul, so I stayed independent. Had to come back in the kitchen. I had to go for my bitch and my mom and my daddy was missing. On the block. Ready with shit like a shot. You just so where they next. You just so where they next. That's the joint we about to put out. King of New York. You know what I mean?
Nice. When that gonna drop?
Soon, very soon. We about to shoot a video for it, so I want to have the video. Want to have the video put together. I got a product launch that's going with it, so we're gonna roll it out.
Right. It's gonna be before the summer's over, wintertime, fall.
No, before the summer's over for sure.
Nice. All right. Yeah. The energy is crazy on that joint.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just man, I'm just so happy. Yeah, we working. I mean, and the key to working is just like I say all the time, the mindset, right? Having the
Right.
proper mindset and preparing yourself for for the workload, right? And being dedicated, being diligent, being consistent, and the keys to doing that. Like I was last night. I was up all night. I didn't even really get a chance to sleep, and I was watching just all my interviews. I mean, content I created 10 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at all this stuff, and I'm like, man, this shit is really a journey. It's really a process, you know. But you can't be afraid. Can't be afraid. You have to be courageous. You have to have courage. And fear is afraid of action. That was something that um, you know, I started to realize that fear is afraid of action. Like, and
You had a
everything.
fear? There was something you had a fear of?
No, I'm saying fear is
In
afraid.
general.
Fear itself. Let's say if fear
Okay.
was,
Okay.
let's say if fear was a person, right? Well, what is fear afraid of? Fear is afraid of action. And no, I was afraid of stopping. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of what would life turn out to be if I quit, if I gave up.
Right.
So I could never stop. And it was a book I read that was very pivotal in my life. And it was called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And it talked about the story of the guy it talks about the story of the guy being 2 inches away from the goal. And so he's trying to find gold. He's digging, he's digging, he's digging, he's digging, he's digging, he's digging, he's digging. He doesn't get the gold, right? And he gives up. And they show the image, they show the picture, and in the picture, he's literally 2 inches away from getting the gold. So it was, sorry, hold on. So I always go back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I always go back to that story because that story kind of reminds me, you never know how close you are to achieving success.
That's a
So,
fact.
so until you achieve success, you don't quit.
I agree. I agree with that.
You know, like you don't like, you know, like you never know how close you are to being successful. So until you reach it, you can't stop. So my biggest fear was actually stopping.
Right. Okay.
Like, could you imagine if every day you had to work towards something, and if you accomplish what you was working towards, you make $1 billion, and then you quit, and then the second you quit, the very next day, the $1 billion was right there.
That would be crazy. Like, I don't think I would quit. I think I would, if I do something and I make $1 billion, I think I'm gonna keep on doing it because I'm obviously I think I love it. So that's a lot of hard work putting in to make that kind of money. So I think if I make $1 billion doing something, there ain't gonna be no quitting on my end.
Right? So because like you know the reward.
Exactly. Exactly. And it probably is gonna be some even more greater awards in the on the process of getting the $1 billion before you even see the billion. It's gonna be it's gonna be a journey.
Yeah, this whole thing, listen, this whole thing, this whole thing called life, is a journey. And this is why I tell artists, all the time not to quit, not to give up, right? Success will come with consistency. We don't know the date of success, but the longer it takes to be successful, the higher the reward. So if you think of it in terms of like monetary or money, if you've been working on something for 2 years and it hasn't happened yet, that means God has $200 million waiting for you. If you've been working on something for 10 years and it hasn't happened yet, that means God has $200 billion waiting for you. That's the concept of the goal, but you never get the payout because you quit before God allows the bank teller to make your withdrawal go through. So you have to stay diligent. You have to stay focused. You have to weather the storm. You have to constantly chip away till you break the fuck through.
That's a fact. How do you feel? Because I know you talk to a lot of artists as well. Like, as far as like artists investing in themselves, do you ever speak to them as far as the importance of investing in yourself and the different levels of investing in yourself?
Artists always invest in themselves. It's not a matter of them investing in themselves. It's the matter of how they allocating their money to, like, where they investing at. To go to the studio is an investment because you got to pay for it. To shoot a music video is an investment because you have to pay for it. None of this shit is free. So artists invest in themselves all the time. The problem is people try to make money off of artists and make it justifiable, like, oh, you got to invest in yourself. What you're really saying is just give me your money. artists have to understand music is not a product. The music is just a commercial for the products you sell or the services you provide. Music itself is not going to make money. It's going to cost you money. But you have to use your music to promote other things that actually make money. And if you're smart, if you're clever, you're going to actually own those things that you're promoting. For an example, if there's so many African braiding shops throughout New York City, none of them have a jingle. None of them have a theme song or theme music. You go to, you're an artist, you're a rapper, you're a singer. You go to this lady, she braids hair, she has thousands of clients. Say, hey, look, I love what you do. I think you're phenomenal. I think you're phenomenal about what you do. I'm making this song. I would like to have, maybe I can do a video or a photo shoot in your business or in front of your business or near your business. And I would like to promote and let people know about your business. And for every 20 people that get their hair done, I would like to receive $100. So now you're negotiating a commission price for your marketing for that business because you're going to drive traffic to that business.
Mm-hmm.
And you made a song, to help you with that strategic collaboration and strategic partnership. Music is only the commercial for the products you sell or the services you provide or the products you promote or the services you promote. McDonald's has music. I'm loving it. Ba, 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 ba. But they have a product, burgers and fries. They provide a service, commercial real estate, because they're a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So artists have to understand that investing in yourself, you have to invest in a product. You have to invest in a service that you can provide that adds value to the people that's going to be listening to your music. And then when you do that, now you're on your way.
All right. I like that.
That's the execution component of it. But if you don't have the proper mindset to go, if you don't have the proper mindset that has to be associated with the execution, then you're not going to get there. And that mindset you need to have is resilience. That mindset you need to have is durability. That mindset you need to have is consistency. That mindset you need to have is resourcefulness and the willingness to acquire new skills. Yeah.
Yeah. Preach, man. It's always a good session when a smart guy come on the set. So we appreciate you everything that you continue to do for the communities, talking that talk.
Yeah.
So what's going on with this new seminar?
Well, we doing it. I mean, last year we did the tour. It's the same thing. We teaching mindset. We're putting the information out there. A lot of times people think the information is out there and it's not. What we're putting out is the actual way. You've never heard somebody break down music in a way I've done, like saying the music is not the product, it's just a commercial for the products you sell or the services you provide. So we're moving into cultivating and architecting our own industry. We're going into we're right on the cusp of a new renaissance. And I'm playing a huge part in issuing in that new era for our content creators, for our musicians, for our artists, for our people just overall. And the seminar is going to be the same thing. Bringing the knowledge, bringing the information, showing how to monetize, showing how to make money, showing how to be successful, and showing how for us to be successful together. We can't do nothing apart. We have to do things together. And we have to create industries and institutions and platforms that help us develop healthy relationships. And those healthy relationships, through those healthy relationships, we can now be unified as a whole culture, as opposed to being so divided.
So it's more of a continuation of what's already been done.
Yeah, because you got,
because you can't stop. You
yeah, you
don't
got to,
stop. It's
like,
another leg of it.
see, the mistake people make, the mistake a lot of people make is they want to keep doing new shit because they don't have no attention span. You got to have your attention span. You have to stay consistent. If you're not consistent, you won't have no success. I call it chopping the tree down. You know, you don't swing the axe one time at an oak tree and expect it to fall over. You have to keep swinging the axe. You have to keep swinging the axe. And if I have goals for us, which I do, the only way for us to accomplish those goals is to be consistent. So it's the same thing, the same messaging point, the same seminar, you know. We at this, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. So you got new music dropping, got the seminar continuing. What's going on with the boxing?
Yeah, well, I got a fight coming up. I had an injury. I damn near almost broke my ankle. So I had
Oh, damn.
had an injury. I'm recovering from it. So I'm yeah, just in recovery right now.
Okay.
So
I'm glad everything is healing all right.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it was tough because it was so tough because I'm a workaholic. So it
Yeah.
just man, I had to, had to take a
You
step.
had to sit down.
Yeah, man, that wasn't easy. But I think God works in mysterious ways because it gave me time to focus on some much needed other areas
Yeah.
within my company. Um, but my focus is just to make Black people lives better. That's it. That's what we're working on. I mean, and it's not going to be constant new shit. It's like, okay, we talking about building schools. We talking about building community centers. We about to do a fundraiser. I'm working on a fundraiser right now to build a creative space, a creative destination for young people in Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the gist of it. It's just a community. It's just a community work, and it's important that everybody watching this. I want you to understand that there's power in being consistent. There's power in doing the same shit day in, day out for years. You got to find your purpose, find your passion, and don't fucking move away from it. Stay loyal
Yeah.
to it. So, mhm.
Yeah, because I find that people just don't, they just stop. They expect it to turn around so quick, and it's like you haven't even put enough time. You haven't even put no time in it. Like sometimes it may happen overnight. Sometimes who knows what's gonna happen. But if you enjoy what you say you're doing, like why are you stopping? Like gotta keep it going. Gotta keep it going for yourself for it to pay off.
You have
So
to.
that's definitely a message that needs to continue to be spread amongst our young people and just people in general. Because that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, it takes time. I mean, every life is not as quick as a scroll. Life is not as quick as an upload. Everybody has this. I like to call it this upload expectations. No, it's good things take time. And we spoke about this before lightly, right? In terms of the difference between instant gratification and delayed gratification. Instant gratification is not real. Delayed gratification is reality. It takes time to do things. It takes time to build things. It takes time to cultivate things. Like even what you're doing with your platform, right? Like you got to stay consistent, and then little by little, you build it up. You get a better, you get a better banner. You get a bigger location. You get different cameras. You start,
Hmm.
you little by little. You can't do that all in one.
Yeah, you just can't. But the fact that you still do it with what you have and what's available, and you try to continue to be consistent in what you do. Like you get people like yourself that don't mind sharing, their message with your platform, and so it's like,
And you can't get discouraged. So the thing about it is this: you can't get discouraged. It takes time. So a lot of times people have false expectations about what they're building, what they're doing about success. So they get discouraged. So you got this radio station, you got this thing, you interviewing people, and you like, man, I want to be like Hot 97 out the gate. You ain't got no money, no resources, no relationships. You just want to be like Hot 97 out the gate. It doesn't happen. You got to put the work in. And then now you working, but faith without work is dead. But
facts,
but work without faith is also dead.
facts.
You're not gonna go nowhere if you don't know where you're going. Okay, you're doing interviews, you're interviewing people, you're creating content, but where are you going? What's the ends to the means or the means to the end? Why are you doing this? Okay, I want to get another space. Do I want to get a radio station? Do I want to have a radio tower? Do I want to be on AM, FM radio? Do I want to be on satellite radio? Am I going to purchase my own satellite? Like, what am I doing? That's the work with faith, right? And the faith with the work. The work with the faith means like I know I'm working, but I know I'm working because I'm getting here. That's the work with the faith. And then if you don't have, like, to say faith without work, right? Or work without, faith without work is dead. So if you believe but you're not working, it's not gonna happen. Right? Faith without work is dead. You believe but you're not working, so it's not gonna happen. Also, work without faith is dead because you're working but you're not believing.
Right.
You don't believe in it. You're just going through the motions, and then you become instead of it being a dream, it becomes a habit. Right? Instead of it becoming a vision, it becomes a habit. It's just a habit. It's just, you just used to making content, so you interview people and you just going through the routines. You're not constantly keeping your eyes on the prize. And that's what I was able to do for myself. I never lost sight of my destination. So I never let temptation get me away from my destination. I never let frustration get me away from my destination. I never let desperation get me away from my destination. I always had faith with the work. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Shit. So I guess we're coming off of we're about to come off of Father's Day, because Father's Day is Sunday, but this is gonna air after Father's Day. What message would you give? Would you give these young brothers out here, fathers that are struggling? Like, what kind of advice would you give our young brothers out here who are fathers, if there's anything you want to say to the
I
people?
think what I always say, how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. You have to improve and increase your relationship with God. God gives you everything. There's nothing God can't do. God can take you out of poverty. God can take you out of drug addiction. God can take you away from your ops and your enemies. God can protect you. God can provide for you. God will protect you. God will provide for you. God will give you provision. Brothers need to understand the word provision, and they need to pray. They need to understand the word intention and provision. You have to pray with the intentions, because I intend to receive my provision from God. So I'm praying to God, God, I would like to receive my provision right now. Yeah. It's like going to ATM and typing in that PIN code. And instead of a number, it's a word. And that word is provision. And then the ATM, which is God, is going to spit out that motherfucking money whenever you need it. Right? So it's important to understand how the universe works and how God works. If you don't have a relationship with God, if you're not meditating, if you're not praying, if you don't know how to ask for provision, if you don't know that you're a man, and as a man, you're a protector, provider, maintainer, sustainer, and if you don't ask God to put you in your proper place, if you don't ask God to revitalize you, if you don't ask God to keep you strong, then you're going to be weak. But if you go to God, you're not going to want to go nowhere else. And when God got you, can't nobody get you. Right?
Yeah, because he's gonna provide. He's gonna provide all the necessary things needed.
When God got you, can't nobody get you. The problem is we're going to man when we should be going to God, and man has limitations. Man
A lot
has
of them.
inconsistencies. Man has deficiencies, and that's just what it is. So
Man is not perfect.
God is, and God is the best fulfiller. So you have to go to God and stop thinking like you need to read the Bible or read the Quran or you need to pray a certain way. No, you gotta look up or close your eyes, whatever the fuck you do, and just have a conversation and ask for knowledge. Don't just ask for help. Ask for knowledge. Ask for information, and then
And do the work.
right, but you have to ask for it. Okay, you can't do the work if you don't feel good. The key to feeling good is just saying to yourself, I feel good. And then you think that. So you think it first. Then you say it. I feel good. Then you think it. Then you say it. I feel good. Then you think it. Then you say it. I feel good. Then you think it. Then you say it. I feel good. Then you think it. And as you think it, you need to hear your voice the same way you said it. So you start to hear your voice in your head. You don't have nobody in your head other than yourself. You hear yourself in your head. I feel good. And then you're programming. Remember, how you think creates how you feel. So if you're thinking this way, you're going to create the feelings of feeling good. And then now those feelings become an emotion. And then now you feel motivated because you have the right emotions for your task, for your assignment. Now, how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. Now that emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration has a gravitational pull. Now you're feeling good. Now you're attracting things that's going to continuously make you feel good. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. But you have to practice saying and thinking the same affirmation at the same time. Saying it first and then thinking it. And as you're thinking it, you're hearing it in your head as you said it. That is how you unlock the laws of attraction. That is how you unlock the universe. That is how you begin to, pray and architect a vision for yourself.
Yeah. I think that's dope. I mean, and that's facts. So it's like I just seem to find, like, talking to some young people, that they just, with all that greatness that you just said, it's hard for them to sometimes believe it in themselves or receive it.
No, that's the devil. The devil always wants you to keep making criticisms. God wants you to take action. The devil wants you to think about possible ways that it's going to go wrong. And God just wants you to work. And through that work, you're going to make it right. The devil wants you to look at what could possibly go wrong. God wants you to work, because when you work, it's going to go right. So don't even worry about that. Just if you're putting the information out there, if you have some young people that you want to see do better, have them watch our interview. Have them watch some content on me. This brother I talked to, is a good friend of mine named Smart. Man, the brother's pretty smart. I think we should watch this interview that we did in this particular part where he talked about how you think creates how you feel, and how you feel becomes an emotion.
Yeah.
I think, young man, I think you need to master that and apply it in your life, right? So remember, the devil always wants us to look at what's incomplete. God wants to remind us that we have the ability to make it complete.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, yeah. That's a fact. Well, I definitely always appreciate talking to you. Last time you gave us some bars. When you was here, you got any other bars? You got something you want to leave us with?
We vibrate on the frequency. Hold on, I got you right now. Yeah, for sure. Come on, man. Always, man. Come on, man. Is it pig, pussy, pork? Yeah. Hold on. Ooh.
Get some bars, some motivational bars, if that's what's in your spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yo, look. We vibrate on the frequency. Emotions is a magnet. Thoughts manifest. Now you force and take action. Fail, you fail faster. Endurance is a test. We only learn when we fall. Every no turns to yes. Take a deep breath. Don't become overwhelmed by the stress. Think about what you overcame. The situation will be next. Life is long. Live it. Survive. Move on to the next. Make mistakes. I'm a new man, but God gave me a second chance. No fear. I gotta go for mine. The top is only for those who climb. So only roll when you're chosen. Never wait to be given roses. Grow your own. Stay focused. Your time is approaching, and treat family and friends the same when it's time to judge. Because you can see through water, but not through blood. Never be afraid to fail. You only lose for not trying. And procrastination is another form of dying. Every life serves a purpose, but a fish won't climb a tree. Open your eyes and see what you really want to be. All you gotta do is believe. Look, I saw a cracker on the corner with his hand out. That shit funny. You know how hard it is for a black man to get money living in America? Before the Cartiers and Scotch Dwellers, it was handcuffs. Judge sat me down. I stayed 30, had to stand up. Daddy gone. Mama getting high, had to man up. Blueprint weird, nod. Wasn't no plans for us. I couldn't get along. Wasn't no grants for us. My dog just lost his life putting that hammer up. Money on your head, I pay for the spin like a laundromat. Ty can't get that stain out. Gotta go to God for that. My block been getting money since the 80s. That's an artifact. Cause when you getting money off for hard, it make it hard to rap. Black enterprise, America's nightmare. Moving bass, trying to ball, we had the pitch right there. Yeah, men to try to tell me that life ain't fair. Rules of the ghetto. You can lose your life right there. Black cops, not us. They white as rice right here. It's like the blind lead the blind. There's no advice right here. Yeah, niggas screaming they want you to win, but want you to fail. It's like a blind man with no hands searching for braille. They lit, but I've been rich. I'm so focused I could probably hear fish piss. So focused I could probably hear fish piss.
Fire. Fire, man. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure chopping it up with you.
Always,
you already know, man. It's like we gotta keep this message flowing. I'm definitely gonna be more. I send it out anyway, but I'm gonna definitely send it out with that intention for young brothers to be inspired, not just to watch another interview, but just to really hear a message, because you are one of the brothers out here that's speaking a positive message, and you need it, and your message is needed. And this interview needs to be heard by the young men that I know. So I appreciate this conversation today. And continued blessings on everything that's coming your way, man. Blessings.
Peace.